Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. My name is Sean Dex and I'm back to you with your daily serving of mango juice. Today, Bitcoin making the move that we've been waiting for. We added to our long over here just as we planned over the past few videos. We'll be talking about that and also a couple of interesting things that happened over here. We'll also be talking about what can we expect from Bitcoin now moving forward. I also will discuss Ethereum very quickly and briefly, as I want to keep today's video short and sweet. Hey, it's the weekend. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. I want to have a stress-free weekend. I gotta get to the gym before the afternoon close and then enjoy the rest of my evening. With that being said, let's get on over here to the Bitcoin charts. And oh hey guys, I got a brand new ergonomic chair. Holy shit, is this comfortable. If you guys are spending a lot of time in front of a computer, trading, working, doing whatever, I really recommend you guys invest in something like this. God damn it, I should have done this earlier. I really should have done this earlier. The best $500 I have ever spent. Wow. Game changer for me, game changer. Anyways, I digress. I don't want to digress too much. Here we have Bitcoin. Let's get on over to our Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart. Let's switch on over to our daily. We'll go step by step backwards. We'll also switch on over to our BitMEX because I do have a much cleaner chart over there, I do believe. Let me go ahead. Okay, yeah. This is much cleaner. My charts have been getting really messy recently. Okay, so what have we been discussing, or rather speculating, over the past couple of days? We speculated, and this is an important word to use because we weren't sure yet, that this may be turning into a symmetrical triangle. And we talked about this way before any of this happened, right? Now it's safe to call this a symmetrical triangle, and I was looking for this move over here that we got earlier this morning to confirm that this is a symmetrical triangle. I like being a little bit more conservative and safer that way before making any of those quick judgments. Now, if you are playing this triangle, when is the best time to be buying? Well, the best time to be buying is when you break the triangle, of course, but the other times is at the bottom of this trend line over here, the bottom of the triangle over here and over here. Now what do you know, we actually did buy over here, and this morning we actually did buy over here, so we got really good buys on mango. Now, did we buy it based on this triangle? No, you guys know that over here I did not buy it based on this triangle. Actually, on this move I should have been buying over here and I didn't. That was my mess up. I went over all of those mistakes in a video, I think it was last week. So guys, go ahead and do watch that video. Learn from my mistakes, man. I'm not a perfect trader. I make mistakes, and me not following my process and not buying over here, right, costed me. I did not make that mistake today. I got into position, followed my process, followed the plan that we've been discussing over the past few days. Okay, but then I went ahead and kind of rectified it by buying over here when we got the daily close over the previous candle open, right? We had a bullwick, and this and we took out the open of the previous candle. That, to me, that was a really bullish sign, and we got to drive to the upside. Now again, today we bought over here at the bottom of the triangle based on our plan, and we'll be talking about the plan. So we are talking about the symmetrical triangle, how we could be forming that, and other things were lining up with this too. So what convinced me that, hey, this might be a good buy? We were looking for a few things, namely, let's go on and put our 4 hour up. And again, I've been harping on this for a while now, so guys, forgive me. I'm going to go over it one more time for people who either missed the previous videos or who are just tuning in. We were looking at this steel line over here, right? You guys see the steel line over here on the 4 hour chart, right? Bitcoin has been holding the steel EMA right here, the 89 EMA, for a while now, holding it, but every time it does break down, it flushes down, all right, meets the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, gets accumulated and bounces. And this was what I missed last time, right? My mistake. And why was my mistake? Because we've been doing this for a while. Okay, break the 89 EMA after holding it, okay, get accumulated in this area and then make a nice trending move to the upside. We do it over here too, but I think Bitcoin wasn't completely ready. Gave us another chance. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some more examples. We did it over here. Okay, now this is a really good example. Okay, but is there any? Okay, so we did it over here, and now this is the really good example, because this one really is really similar to our example where we broke the 89 EMA, but we did not make it all the way down to the 200 EMA, and we got front run, right? We got front run, in my opinion, got accumulated underneath it and then pushed up. Okay, so that's what kind of gave me my confidence to buy over here, even though we did not make it all the way down to the 200 EMA. I was a bit kind of disappointed with that because I was hoping we get all the way down here. It would have just been a lot more easier to pull the trigger and get that buy, and I'll talk about that in a second. What convinced me fully to be like, you know what, I don't want to wait for this, because usually it's better off to stick your plan and wait. What made me deviate from the plan? Okay, because it's not a good idea to deviate unless you're planning for this to to get front run. And I'd be lying to you guys. I'd be trying to just wag my penis by saying, yeah, I knew this was going to get front run. I did not know, guys. I really thought that we'd come all the way down here, or at least somewhere around 10,800, right? It got front run already, but we stopped at 10,900. So what convinced me was the other thing that I was talking about in my previous videos, guys, which is why I really recommend you guys don't miss any of my daily videos, because sometimes I forget to go through everything, but I'm pretty sure I covered this a few times over the past few days, right? And this is the CMEs. I talked about how this was going to be my big signal. I've been talking about this for weeks now. I know I covered it last week too. I said, guys, keep an eye on this. While spot charts have not been getting the 21 EMA right, the CMEs have been getting the 21 EMA perfectly. Every time we meet the 21 EMA, we bounce and trend. Okay, got accumulated on the 21 EMA here, bounce and trended over here by the spot. We broke the 21 EMA. Clearly, we were underneath it. It caused a lot of confusion. Do you guys remember how I got kicked out of my position because something like that? It wasn't solely because of the 21 EMA, but that was a contributing factor. But on spot, we didn't really break it, man. We did not really break it. We bounced here. The next day, we opened over too, and we've just been holding that trend line. And now look at this. Look at what happened. Wow, actually, damn, what a close. What a goddamn close on spot. This is interesting. Anyways, this is what I was watching for before I went to bed. I watched for CMEs to come down to the 21 EMA. This, guys, it did not quite get there, but it's goddamn close enough for me, okay? This is a trend trade. I don't need to get a perfect position. It was close enough, and this is why I wasn't buying on the 21 EMA of the spot chart that we had a couple of days ago. Because one, I'd already bought on the 21 EMA a week ago, so I was happy with the position. But now, when CMEs also got down to the 21 EMA, I'm like, okay, you know what? We made the move that I was looking for, and it's unlikely, okay? I'm not saying impossible, but it's unlikely for us to be making any more of a move to the downside unless we are breaking structure. And in that case, I'm going to have a mind shift and have to rethink other things. But according to the way I'm playing my strategy right now, this is good enough for me. It matches up with 4 hour getting close enough to the level that I was looking for. Where we go, yeah, somewhere around here. And look what happens right after, guys. Look at what happens. This is something I wasn't expecting, but I'm very happy about it. Right after, right, we make a retest of the 89 EMA that we broke, then drive right through it, and close above it, above the 89 EMA and this white 200 simple moving average that I have over here. Now, this is something I do want to re-emphasize, right? Because I made this template specifically, okay? The T line, the white line, and the purple line, specifically to get these bids in and to watch whether we are still following the trend that has been happening recently on Bitcoin, which is we accumulate underneath these levels and then drive up and close above it. And it looks like we did that in one fell swoop. Now, I am not expecting Bitcoin to hold these levels ongoing and start trending to the upside immediately. I think we will get another retest to the bottom, maybe even come down a little bit lower, scare a few people who FOMO'd on the top over here and bought away. Okay, I do want to mention this too, guys. This is not the time to be buying. I got a few messages this morning saying, Sean, I bought here. Are we fine? Are we going to start moving up? Guys, the time to, like, I don't know if you're going to move up, man. I'm not an oracle. I don't know. All I know is when is the best time to, or all I can suggest or advise, and I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want to be using those kind of sentences. You guys know what I mean, right? All I know is when, for my situation, okay, based on my risk management, based on my strategy, when is the best time for me to be entering the market to lower my risk and get the best entries for the move to the upside and de-risk for the move to the downside. And this wasn't the time to be buying. The time to be buying was one over here, right? And then again over here. And now we made a nice 7% move. If we hold these levels, it would be a really good sign. But we could very well come down, retest 1,400, 1,500 and start trending to the upside. Or maybe, hey, maybe I'm going to be wrong about this entire thing and we break to the downside. But for now, things are looking really good. I do want to mention this. On the 1 hour, we did get, we were playing out a bullish divergence. As you can see, we were making lows and then we were making highs on the on the for you guys. We'll make the chart too messy, and then yeah, something like that. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you guys get the picture. Yeah, there we go. And I think this has been activated. Yeah, this is triggered. This bullish divergence has been triggered. We can go ahead and draw a trend line on the other side too. Mark that up. We could come and test the bottom of this this horizontal support line, right? Resistance on support. There we go. Yeah, we could mark that. We could come bounce on this and then make our way to the upside. Let's go ahead and see if we have anything going on the 2 hour. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That actually does make sense. So yeah, the 2 hour, if the 2 hour 21 EMA, god, I'm not getting my words today, is holding us back for now. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back and test 11,500 and then start bouncing towards the upside. But hey, let's give this some time. We do have the weekend coming up, and the weekend does have a lot of like floaty action. I wouldn't recommend even looking at the lower time frames, guys. Look at the high time frames. We have a symmetrical triangle that is being printed out over here. The next best move is one. There are two moves to be played. One, you buy on the break of this triangle to the upside, right? So anywhere around over 12,600, right? But we can go ahead and mark it a little bit lower because I'm expecting us to kind of like go sideways for a bit and then come up to the triangle in this zone over here. So 12,450, 12,500, depending on how fast we get to the top of the triangle, would be a break of this triangle, and then we can expect a move of, let's see, do I want to be this aggressive? Why not? Okay, let's see. Hey, 5,185, right? If we take the more aggressive route, but let's something actually I like that. That'd be 15,000. Sorry, did I say 5,000? 15,000. 15,000 to the upside. But hey, if we break down, and that is a possibility, do not discount that. If we break down, we're getting 8,800-ish, which actually lines up with this horizontal right here. So that actually gives us a really good target to the downside too. If we break this to the downside, if we break this trend line and we close a daily to the downside, I will be getting out of my trend position that I got in over here, and maybe even look towards hedging my positions from 5,000-ish. Okay, yeah, that's what we are looking at right now. Again, guys, if this then that at Mango, we are not bull-tards, we are not bear-tards. We just want to be on, we don't want to be right, we want to be on the right side of the market. Okay, that's the Mango motto. Okay, so what else are we looking at? We talked about the 4 hour, we talked about the daily, we talked about CMEs. Basically we talked about our strategy and what we are looking for to the upside and what we are looking for to the downside. Is there anything else? Oh, Jesus Christ, how could I have missed this? I have been forgetting to talk about this, guys, and I do apologize about that. The Mango goddamn indicator. Okay, I'm gonna call this the Mango Vine indicator. I think that's a good name because this kind of looks like vines, right? It got it right again, guys. That's another reason, by the way, why I pulled the trigger. Even though it did not fully get to the level I was looking for. I was looking for 10,650, right? This told me, hey, we went over this, right, in the past couple of videos. Well, I think 3 or 4 videos ago. Every time we get below this threshold and the vine over here is green, we are looking for longs, right? We're not looking for shorts, we're only looking for longs, and this is the accumulation zone. Well, we look for longs every time this is green. As long as this is green, we are looking for longs. Every time we get underneath the threshold, it is a good buy opportunity, it is a good accumulation opportunity, right? Over here, right? And this one, it was a good bounce opportunity because you can see how fast it moved to the upside right after, and we got the good bounce. You could also play this as a range. You could play this as a range. You can play this as a trend trader, no matter what, right? Now, I like accumulating because I'm a trend trader. Over here too, this is where we bought, right? And we got a nice move to the upside. What was that? A really good move to the upside. A good 22, actually a good 30% move to the upside. When did this call it actually? Oh man, actually that was a really good. Jesus Christ, man, I'm so bummed that I missed this buy over here because even the Mango indicator called it, man. Mango Vine indicator, 40% move to the upside, and now we have this telling us to start accumulating again. So what are we looking at? We don't know, right? Say if we get to our targets of around 14,000, that would be another 30% move to the upside. So it called it right this morning. So I was watching this for the past few days, and I didn't think we would get this. Actually, I really didn't think, because it was hovering around here. And this morning, just before the daily close, we got to the bottom over here. That convinced me to buy like a few hours before the daily close, and then we got a move to the upside almost immediately. This is really surprising me how accurate it is, right? It already gave us a nice 10% move. Let's see how well this moves to the upside, floating towards the upside. Again, guys, this hasn't really crossed right over the threshold, so we could spend some more time in this accumulation zone before moving to the upside. Am I leaning towards that happening? No, not really, because I want this to resolve itself fairly quickly because of the symmetrical triangle. Again, no, this symmetrical triangle does have some time to play out. So yeah, a couple more days wouldn't surprise me, and that would line up with what the mango vine indicator is saying. Mango vine, I like the sound of that. Anyways, now another thing I do want to bring to your attention, even though this thing has been getting it so goddamn right, I am not playing this in a vacuum, right? I'm not relying only on this. This adds a lot of edge to my trade, gives me a lot more confidence. But look at this, guys. Even though I put this together and it's given me such goddamn good results. It gave me a good trade over here at the 8K region, right? This entire zone, right, that we accumulated. You guys know, if you have been following me on Mango for a while, we bought over here, got the nice trade. We also got this flip over here from bearish to bullish. We bought around here. Around 3.8k 3.9k is when I got added to my position, and then yeah, so 3.9k, and then at 5k it did not give us any signals, right? It almost got down there, it did not get there, but then again 8k, and then here and over here. Could these be our next big moves? Who knows? Again, guys, but I do not play this in a vacuum. If I'm relying only on this, I would have missed my position on 5k, right? I got a position on 5k, I got a position on 8k. Now we got a position on 12k too. What is that? 11, 10k, right? So over here, and I'm losing track of the numbers, man. Bitcoin's making such huge moves, and there's another thing I do want to talk about, guys. People are saying that, hey, we may just simply range over here. We may not make the big numbers of 100,000 and 150,000. Yeah. No, a few people are saying that, and my response to that is, who cares? Who the hell cares? Do we really care whether Bitcoin goes up, down, or even sideways? You shouldn't care as a trader. Guys, Bitcoin is in such a sweet spot right now where we could literally go sideways and play the ranges, and we are making $1,000 per Bitcoin on your margin trades. Per Bitcoin, okay? What I mean by that is that Bitcoin literally bounces all the time now. It's volatility, okay? Its average volatility on a daily basis right now is around $1,000, okay? So when we go from 10, 11k to 12k, those moves aren't surprising at all. That is a $2,000 move on per Bitcoin that you margin trade, right? And that's freaking awesome, man. That's how do I put this? Put it simply, if you put on a leverage trade with a low leverage trader of only one Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes from 10,000 to 11,000, and you cash in that range trade, that's $1,000. That's $1,000, okay? That's the kind of money that people would die to make even a week, okay? And we are getting those kind of moves almost every 2 or 3 days. So who cares if Bitcoin doesn't get to those big numbers? You shouldn't care. And who cares if Bitcoin goes to the downside? We have a big move to make to the downside. And who cares if Bitcoin goes to the upside? We obviously care, since we've been accumulating Bitcoin, but let Bitcoin do its thing, guys. Let Bitcoin do its thing. Enjoy the trade setups. Don't worry about up, down, sideways. We will be prepared for anything over here at Mango. And with that, I'm going to leave. Oh, quickly talk about Ethereum before we end the day. Right, I do have to get to the gym, and it's getting late, and I want to enjoy my day. I am not liking what Ethereum is doing, man. And you guys know that I traded Ethereum from 138, right? 138. Let's go. I'll put on the Mango indicator in a bit. From 138ish all the way up to this zone over here, where we got rejected, and then I got out around here, and now we made this. I did have a small trade over here, but nothing again to write home to about. Wasn't as big as my trade over here, but we had this nice drive to the upside. But I'm not liking what Ethereum is doing right now. It needs to essentially surprise me and do something a little bit more drastic for me to like what it's doing. I was hoping that this daily candle would close over this region 274 for us to be okay. We did not. We closed inside it. But this could be something very similar to what Bitcoin is doing, where it broke to the upside, broke back down into the triangle, accumulates and moves up. So let's go ahead and look at the weekly. The weekly does look fine, I have to say that the weekly does look fine. We tested the 10 SMA, we're bouncing off that. So this doesn't look as bad as on the high time frames. Again, this looks like Ethereum is getting ready for a bigger move in the long run. So keep an eye on this. This actually doesn't look bad at all in the weekly, as long as we're holding. again 273ish, 274 again, 274 on the weekly, and we hold the 10 SMA. We are looking fine. That's 5, not looking bad, not looking bad on the weekly. Let's look at the 3-day and let's put up our each. Holding the 3-day 21, holding the 3-day 21. Let's go ahead and start up for you guys because you missed it. Okay, so this isn't, it's not looking too bad on the high time frames at all. It might be safer, guys, to play Ethereum on the high time frames. Avoid that choppiness on the low time frames. I would freaking stay away from it. You know what I really did not like Ethereum doing? You know what I did not like Ethereum doing was this move over here. This to me was ugly as shit. When I saw this, man, I knew this was coming, and holy, I wanted it to not happen, but this is ugly. When I see a formation like this, looks like a head and shoulders, shoulder-ish. This breakdown, man, this is distribution before a massive sell-off. I've traded Ethereum long enough to recognize this, and I wanted to stay away from this completely, and it came almost right after. I'm like, holy shit. I mentioned this on the Mango Telegram group. Guys, if you're not on the Mango Telegram group, go ahead and join quickly, because sometimes I do forget to mention certain things in these videos that I go ahead and mention in the Mango group, and not a bad reaction over here at all, to be honest. But I like for us to start trending over the 4-hour cloud again. Let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour cloud. What's going on? Not getting all the way down to the bottom, but hey, who knows? We do have some time. Ethereum is being propped up by Bitcoin for now. Bitcoin is king. We can go ahead and look at Bitcoin dominance. Turn off all breaking that trend line to the upside that we talked about and making a move. Damn, slowly but surely making a move to 74. What are we at right now? 67. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I hope this video wasn't too long. Throw the video a like, throw the video a subscribe. Enjoy your goddamn weekend. Keep it stress-free. Keep it the Mango way, the simple way. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Ciao.